that, fire department regulations, notice of proper exits, Mr. Superintendent?
Sure, we have 2 exits right here in case of fire. We head straight down the hallway. If that is blocked, you can go either left or right on that. If these are blocked, we have an exit through the classroom over there.
Thank you. B, oaths of office certification. Do we have any tonight? Yes. Who do we have?
Just the oaths of office,
Just the oaths of office.
certificate of appointment from the town of Dudley. I, Lori A. Smith, town clerk in the town of Dudley, Massachusetts, hereby certify that the following person was duly elected on June 12, 2023 at the annual town election in Dudley to the Southern Worcester County Regional Vocational School District Committee. This term will expire June 15, 2026. And it is for Alfred Reich, 11 Bates Road, Dudley, Mass. 01571, sworn in June 29, 2023, and it is signed by Lori Smith, town clerk.
Thank you. Congratulations, Al. Another 3 years. Dave?
Sure, you'll do it.
All right. To be determined then, right? With that, we'll move into elections. Chairman, I'll entertain some nominations for chairman. Dave?
I'd like to nominate Joe Becker.
I have a nomination, Joe.
Second.
I have a nomination, a second. Any other nominations? Being none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Now, Joe is not here to accept or decline, but I'm sure he's going to accept. Typically, that's where I would step off. He's not, so now I will entertain nominations for vice chairman.
I nominate Helen Lenti.
Motion for Helen Lenti.
Second.
And a second. Any other nominations? With that being said, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations. So at this point,
Thank you.
my job is now done. Good luck, Helen.
Oh, boy. Okay. So my vote is still there, huh?
Yes. And this is not my first, but I will bring it for you.
Thank you. That's right. So. Okay, let's see what I can do this time. Okay. So A and C, and B and C are completed. Elections are over. We have appointments.
We still have secretary.
Oh, that's right. All right. The next to be elected is the secretary. Do we have any nominations for the secretary?
Anne Marie Pantos.
Second.
Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Let's call for a vote. A vote for Anne Marie Pantos as secretary.
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, congratulations, Anne Marie. Okay, assistant treasurer. Okay, who can we nominate for assistant treasurer? Any nominations for assistant treasurer?
Who's it?
Who's Don Erickson?
Nominations for assistant treasurer?
Nominate George Scobie.
I'm not gonna accept that.
Did you decline the nomination?
Yes.
Any other nominations for assistant treasurer?
Nominate Bob Sikowski.
Second. Before he says no.
So you weren't paying attention.
Okay. Okay, congratulations, Bob.
We have to vote.
Yes, we do. Voting in favor of Robert Sikowski?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay. Okay, congratulations. D, appointments. Recording secretary. We won't vote for that.
No, motion to appoint her.
Oh, All right, can I have a motion to appoint, our recording secretary as Cheryl Amino?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Number 2, delegate, congratulations. Delegate to the Massachusetts Association of School Committee Division 8. All in favor of, who would that person be though? A new person. All right. Anybody wanting to be nominated for delegate to the Massachusetts Association of School Committee Division 8?
I nominate Dave Grenier.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
Go ahead.
I'm already doing something.
Did you decline the nomination?
I'm already,
Yeah, I understand. Okay,
we're here for
that's all.
I know which means.
Don't volunteer all at once. This is an important position.
Yep.
Well, they're all important, and a nomination would be good.
I'll volunteer for it.
You will?
Yep.
Okay, Don Monville would like to,
So I'll
My
nominate.
motion for Don Monville, please.
okay,
Second.
all in favor, all opposed? No. Okay, congratulations, Dawn. Alternate delegate to Massachusetts Association of School Committees Annual Meeting. Any nominations for this position?
This is the delegate or the alternate?
This is the alternate delegate to the person we just voted for.
No, this is the delegate.
This is the delegate. We still have to get a
Delegate.
delegate, then an alternate delegate.
Okay, Warren, 3?
Yes.
Oh, wait, that was
Yeah,
3.
that's the delegate to the division eight, this is delegate to.
So, delegate to Massachusetts Association of School Committees Annual Meeting. Any nominations for this position? Please? Would anyone like to?
What's the role? Can you explain the role?
Yes, that would be nice.
I know, they attend the annual meeting, Don Erickson currently is the one who attends that meeting and represents us. My understanding, it goes to the calendar year, so Don Erickson is good up until December 31st of this year. So this role would take over on January 1st.
Do you know what the duties require, what the,
Attend the annual meeting,
oh, okay.
yeah, and represent.
That one thing?
Yep.
That one duty.
As well as, Don did also attend the annual, well, I think that's the annual, MAS, the joint conference with MASs. And, yeah, that's October timeframe, is that meeting? That would be the timeframe.
So whatever I just signed up for, what, the same thing?
You represent Division 8. So you attend the meeting as Division 8.
So I would be going, okay.
So now we're looking for the alternate delegate,
No, the
No, the
actual,
delegate.
the actual
the
delegate.
actual delegate.
Can I nominate John Pulaski, if he so would like to do it?
So one meeting?
Yes, it's one annual meeting.
Multiple day meeting, once a year.
Sure, I'll do that, thank you.
Second.
All in favor of John Pulaski?
Aye.
Aye.
Can you be the alternate too?
Yeah, I don't know about that. None opposed, okay, congratulations, John. Okay, can we now go to 4?
Yes.
Alternate delegate to Massachusetts Association of School Committees Annual Meeting. So that also requires one meeting,
If the delegate can't do it.
if the delegate cannot make it.
I'll volunteer.
Okay.
So moved.
Okay, Mike Taveri is volunteering to do this, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. Okay. 5, Chairman of School Advisory Committee.
So through the chair, that's currently Joseph Blancato of Second Chance Animal Services.
Oh, yes.
And I believe he's willing to do it again.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Joseph Frankowski? Is that-
Blancato.
Blancato. Okay. All in favor of Joseph Blancato?
Aye.
Any opposed? Joseph is elected. Next, E, designating banks. Number 1, depository for district funds. What is this?
Through the chair, last year it was at the discretion of the treasurer.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, and would that person be?
Aye.
It's, Carol.
Carol Barron?
Yeah.
It's Carol Barron, she's done it for many years. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
None, all opposed? None. Number E2, source of short-term loans. It's probably
So last year,
It's probably Karen.
through the chair, last year it was at the discretion of the treasurer for the lowest interest rate.
And
So
that's-
moved.
And that's Carol.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. Thank you. F, designating signatories.
Through the chair, the superintendent director or his designee must sign all vouchers.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
F2, checking accounts.
Through the chair, the treasurer is the signer of all checking accounts and in his or her absence, the assistant treasurer.
So moved.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Done.
Done? Done. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. Thank you. F4, granting treasurer authority to borrow.
We have three.
Oh, I missed warrants? Okay. F3, warrants.
Through the chair, simple majority signatures of the school committee's warrant subcommittee and the superintendent director or designee. Bills for warrants should be placed on the table a half hour before each meeting for the purpose of allowing the school committee to review them prior to the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay. F4, granting treasurer authority to borrow.
Through the chair, the committee authorizes the treasurer to borrow or incur temporary debt in anticipation of revenue to be received from any source as stated in section 16G, chapter 71 of the Massachusetts General Laws with the committee's approval.
So moved.
Second.
Was there a second? Was there a second to that? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? G, appointment of treasurer.
Through the chair, the treasurer for the past 21 years has been Ms. Carol Barron. The superintendent director is recommending that the district continue to employ Ms. Barron as the treasurer at the yearly salary of $23,600.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of Carol Barron?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's fine. H, bonding of treasurer, assistant to the superintendent for business and other employees.
Through the chair, the superintendent director recommends the committee move to vote to bond all district officers and employees having any responsibility in any manner for the district funds. These are normally the district treasurer, assistant treasurer, school business manager, and other employees responsible for the transmittal of district funds.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No. I, appointment of attorney.
Through the chair, Attorney Tim Norris of Norris, Murray and Peliquin LLC of Norwood, Mass. has been the district's attorney for 16+ years and has performed his duties in a satisfactory manner. Attorney Norris is requesting that his firm, Norris, Murray and Peliquin LLC, be appointed as Bay Path's legal counsel at an hourly rate of $230 per hour.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of Tim Norris?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. J, dates and time for regular meetings.
Through the chair, the first Monday of each month at 7 p.m. except for the month of July. In addition, the September meeting will be moved to the Tuesday following Labor Day, and the January meeting moved to the second Monday due to the holiday break. The proposed meeting schedule is as follows. Monday, August 7th, Tuesday, September 5th, Monday, October 2nd, Monday, November 6th, Monday, December 4th, Monday, January 8th, Monday, February 5th, Monday, March 4th, Monday, April 1st, Monday, May 6th, and Monday, June 3rd.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of these dates and time for regular meetings?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
Second, a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay. All right, all in favor of adjourning at this time?
Aye.
7:20 p.m. Okay. The meeting is adjourned at 7:20 p.m. Thank you.
That's what I
Oh, now we're going to the regular.
which is September 4th.
You're right. The time is now 7:21, and this meeting of the Bay Path School Committee is considered open. B, recommended actions. 1, routine matters. A, approval of minutes, joint negotiation and policy subcommittee minutes, June 5, 2023, and regular meeting minutes, June 5, 2023. Is there, okay, is there a second to the motion to approve these minutes? All in favor? B, approval of warrants. The warrants are here somewhere, okay, and please be sure to sign the warrants before leaving. Okay, that's right. What if they haven't signed yet?
I think it's just
All right. A motion to approve the warrants, the signing of the warrants?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of approval of warrants?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. C, correspondence, a thank you note from Cliff Cloutier. And you have, Emily, you have these,
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to try to read this. Well, I expect this is being read at the August meeting. I would like to thank the committee for the candy basket and chair. Now retired, I am not running as much, so the chocolate is lasting a bit longer. I would like to thank you for entrusting me to operate the school. I have always had the students and our community's best interest in the forefront at all times. I wish all of you the best and hope we can still get the solar project off the ground to help the school, community, and most of all our students. Thanks again, Cliff.
is that it, Emily?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. D, student advisory committee. Our new student representative will be appointed when school resumes for the 2023-2024 school year. And we hope he or she will be dynamite like Arminda was. Okay. 2, old business. A, house building project. Had some information about that tonight. Yes,
We had met earlier, our subcommittee, policy subcommittee. We had reviewed the policy and we will be tweaking it, adding things that are needed to be appropriated to strengthen up the policy itself. Once that is reviewed again. We will meet with our subcommittee, and by the October meeting, we hope to bring it forward to the whole school committee for approval.
All right, that's very good. Anybody have any questions about that?
Through the chair, I'd just like to add that the contract is in place, executed, needs to be signed by the school committee chair for the current year house building project as well.
Okay. 2B, athletic field update.
Through the chair, so the school committee authorized contracting Gale Associates to update the master plan that was completed in 2015. So to date, we had an internal meeting, Zoom meeting with Gale Associates to go over the timeline and scope of the project. There was, subsequent to that, a site visit by Gale Associates, not last week, the week before on Wednesday. They came to update their plans, look at the current state of the fields, and they proposed the project's timeline and due dates, milestone schedules, contract signed. June 22nd, kickoff meeting was July 20th, site visit was July 26th. Phase 2 working sessions with stakeholders, coaches, etc. from August 16th to the 18th. Update planning program, August 28th. Phase 3 conceptual design, revised concept plan, options 1 and 2 to September 13th. Phase 4 master plan updates, issue updated master plan report on October 4, 2023. So that's the preliminary timeline for the update of the master plan for our fields. And with that, we contracted with Shrewsbury Landscaping Services that has done a number of maintenance updates to our fields, thatching, aerating, overseeding, and filling in low spots on that for this year. Our fields were closed to all public use this summer to allow some regeneration time on that.
Anyone have any questions on this project? All right. 3, citizens' participation. We have a lot of really nice people here tonight who obviously have something on their mind, so this is the chance for them to speak. But there are certain ground rules about that, and let me read it to you. This is an opportunity to speak, however, it has to be somewhat limited in order to conduct regular business. The committee has a rule that citizen participation is limited to 15 minutes in length, and each speaker is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes. If there is a particular issue that several of you are here for, it may be best to appoint a spokesperson. If the committee doesn't get to people that would like to offer their comments, please feel free to do so in writing. Typically, public comment is for public comment only, not for discourse or debate. Comments are welcome and may turn into a future agenda item depending on how the committee would like to move on them. Anyone in attendance will need to put their name on the sign-in sheet. If you speak, we ask that you state your name, the town you are from, and if you are an employee of the district, what your role is. Is a sign-up sheet going around? Yes. Okay. So, would anyone like to speak on their subject at this time?
I would, and I've been appointed to speak on behalf of the people in attendance today.
And what is your name and address?
My name is Eileen McNamara. I'm a teacher here at Bay Path in the Social Studies Department. I live in Millbury, Mass.
Did you get? Yes, please speak.
Do I need to stand? Is this for making my kids do projects? All right. Good evening. My name is Eileen McNamara, or Miss Mac, one of the social studies teachers here at Bay Path. I'm entering my 14th year of teaching, 11 of which have been here on the Hill. I'm here to speak to you today about the crisis at Bay Path, how we got here, and the help we need to get back to a positive environment that our school can be. To start, how did we get here? Fundamentally, the trust between the staff, the superintendent's office, the school committee was broken with COVID. Obviously, no one knew what the right answer was. We were all trying to figure out how to deal with this calamity, and I was one of the people at the helm. I was one of the BPTA co-presidents, and I work directly with the superintendent as a conduit to this committee for the process of returning to school and maintaining our spots in school. The process by which we came back and taught through those years, the teachers did not feel protected. We did not feel seen, we did not feel heard. We felt very much abandoned. And we felt very much that any questions we had, any criticisms we had, any fears we had, were by and large dismissed as us being hysterical, as us not wanting to do our jobs, as us not being there for the kids. I remember specifically asking administrators to walk around the building with me during those years, especially that first year, to talk to the teachers, to ask them what they needed, to ask them what was working or not working in our classrooms. I was rebuffed. I would go into classrooms and find teachers crying during their breaks. They were so overwhelmed. That level of trust being broken, it really shattered the BP family. And while our teachers and staff did an amazing job getting through, keeping kids in school, keeping our programs going the best we could, what was revealed were the cracks in the system, which existed before, but now there wasn't the feeling of camaraderie that we'll just paper over these fissures and do the best that we can, because no matter what, we feel like the superintendent, the administration, the school committee has our backs. We don't feel that anymore. There's so much that goes into it that I have had a hard time trying to figure out how to approach you as a committee and talk to you about why we are in such a crisis when it seems it's not seen. I sat here in the last meeting supporting my colleague Mark as he explained his reasons for leaving. And what really shocked me was the disconnect between your perception of the last few years of BPAF and our experience of it. Granted, the system is kind of set up that way. Any information you get is filtered through the messengers you have, but I think the numbers speak for themselves. In the last 3 years, it's something like 30, almost 35 staff who have chosen to leave. Not just non-renewals or retirees, people who have left, people who have gone to other districts, people who have taken pay cuts to get out. And there is a real feeling among the remaining staff, myself included, that we're the ones left standing. The ones for whom the trauma of leaving is still a little bit more than the trauma of staying, but not by much. I did and do hope that this is where I retire from. But last year, I reactivated my school spring account and I put together a resume. There were days that just broke me. To bring this all together and what I'm here to talk to you about in the realm of what we can do as a BP family, the two aspects I'll touch upon here are time and money. The money part is pretty simple. It is absolutely demoralizing to your staff to have to fight tooth and nail every contract cycle for an appropriate cost of living adjustment. I want to be clear with the language. We're not talking about a raise. It's common thinking that salary grids need to be adjusted 2 to 3% annually to keep up with standard inflation. We're not even talking about what we've experienced as a whole the last few years. Since I've been here at BPAF, every salary discussion during negotiations, of which I've been part of the last 6 years, comes down to us begging for COLA increases. And the other side of the table using that as a way of pushing for larger class sizes, larger shop sizes, more subbing, more grading, faster timelines in exchange for fractions of percents. These last 2 years, for the first time in my career, I had to start a second job to not live paycheck to paycheck. As has been said in other circles, budgets are moral documents. The contract you offer us every 3 years is the clearest signal of how you respect and value the staff of the school. It is my understanding that the last 3-year contract offered to Mr. Brenner gave him an annual 2% COLA adjustment and a 5% raise on top of that. Do we not deserve the same? Is our contribution to the school, to the students, to our communities worth so much less than asking for salaries to be adjusted just enough seems so outrageous? Contract negotiations are still ongoing, so I hope you hear me and that the contract you offer us will be the clearest signal of how this committee views our worth to you as your employees and as your educators. Lastly, time. We are desperate for more time to do our jobs. Instruction of our students, the time we have the kids in our classrooms. That's the biggest, but not the only part of our jobs. I have grading, I have emails, I have meetings, photocopies, I have to use the restroom. On average, I get 1 or 2 preps each day, 2 45 minutes, to do all of that, while also dealing with the million little fires that pop up daily dealing with teenagers. One hidden aspect of the student mental health crisis is that most days, we all have students who come to us to our classrooms seeking help, and not with their homework. They come to us, safe adults, to talk about their problems. Sometimes it's just the need for a sympathetic ear, but more and more they're coming to us with serious issues that they need serious help with, to be connected to guidance, to counselors, to outside services. And these are our kids. I'm never gonna turn away a student who comes to me, even when my own work is piling up. So what can you, as a school committee, do to get us more time? First, you can raise the daily wage of substitute teachers to be competitive with surrounding districts, so we can hire more building subs to cover absences, instead of teachers losing more reps. Some of my colleagues subbed more than 50 times last year. That's nearly 40 hours of lost work time. Hiring more substitute teachers will help alleviate that daily strain. Secondly, the district can cease the practice of hiring costly outside speakers who waste our precious time during our monthly professional development days. These days are a holy grail. Every month there is hope the administration will give us time to get caught up, to work with colleagues, to troubleshoot, to plan ahead. Instead, we are routinely held hostage in the cafeteria, listening to a motivational speaker who by and large has never been a teacher, read us a PowerPoint on how to do our jobs. It's infuriating. We are motivated. We do hours of unpaid labor every week to give our students the best class, the best education, the best environment possible. Respect us as experts in our fields and allow us the time to do our own work with our own colleagues on what needs to be done here at BayPath. These issues, time and money, are 2 of the major reasons teachers are leaving this district and every members. I'm hoping the perspective I'm sharing with you today doesn't fall on deaf ears. As Jen Bartlett says, decisions are made by those who show up. Here we are, showing up. We want to be back on the same team, working together to right the ship. Please help us change the working environment to bring BayPath back to a school where both students and teachers can grow and thrive. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Eileen. Does anyone else wish to speak on any subject that concerns them? Yes.
Hi, my name is Victoria Tinsley. I'm from Charlton. I'm a student here at BayPath. And this issue that Ms. McNamara has brought up is of great concern to me as well. You can see the stress in our teachers. It is a monument of stress that is put on them every day. I would say 70% of our substitutes have been teachers for their classes. Everything that she says is true. And I know none of you are in the classroom every day, but I am. And it's very important to me that our teachers have the time to take care of our education properly. And as a student who has gone to Ms. Mack's room before during lunch, she does take the time to take care of us students. And all of these teachers here who are here today are phenomenal. Some of them I've had, some of them I haven't, but they have made an impact on student lives. And I think it is fair for our students to make a fair wage, for our teachers to make a fair wage. And that's what I have to say about it.
Anyone else wish to speak on the subject concerning them? I can't see. Oh, yes, hello. And your name?
My name is Lisa Tinsley, and I'm from Charlton. I am a parent of 2 students who are going to be here today at BayPath. They have had phenomenal teachers. They don't only talk about how wonderful their teachers at BayPath are, and now we're losing them. You are on a sinking ship, folks. Wake up, please listen to these teachers. Do your job, because BayPath will fail if these teachers keep leaving in the numbers they are leaving. And don't think that as a parent as these parents that have all shown up, and many more who wanted to, but are probably on vacation, we're worried that if this school fails, that our kids, where do they go from here? Where do the next generation go? And I will not speak highly of this school when they leave if these teachers keep leaving in droves, because you will not sign a contract that's fair. Treat them like the professionals that they are. They have more education than most of you in this room. They are not just people who come off the streets. They've gone for master's degrees and taken more and more coursework. Listen to them, value them, and please help them sign a contract that's fair and keep them here if they have. Make this the place where teachers want to come to, not the place where teachers want to leave. Thank you.
Does anyone else wish to speak on a subject of concern? Yes, sir.
Yes, how you doing? My name is Phil Davis, I'm from Oxford. I've been to the last several meetings, just asking some questions and seeing where. I'm very glad that the house building project is getting some change to it. Hopefully getting it more out there to try to get more applicants in is a nice thing. Athletic fields, I'm really glad that we're taking the step in the right direction, trying to get the athletic fields going. So I'm hoping, Mr. Vernon, that with the committee and everything that comes back to us, that it's something that is affordable for PayPal to do. And I know you had mentioned that there's some working on being done to the field currently right now. I also saw on a Facebook page that I think they're holding a Memorial Day up here. Are they holding some kind of an event up at the school? Labor Day? Some kind of event. I'm just curious, if they are holding an event, are they going to be on the fields? Are we taking a chance of damaging what you guys are working for right now? I know you want to work with the towns, but I'm just not sure. And I'm not sure if Facebook is correct. But if it's on Facebook, everything's true, so.
I'm not familiar with it, so I'll have to check the site permit and see what, if anything, is scheduled for Labor Day.
Okay. Secondly, the house building project. I know there's been a lot of talk about the prep work that the teachers that go out on the house building project are having to do, not getting enough time at the house. I was just wondering, before, this year comes up, if it's something that, we can at least think about reconsidering going back to the old way, the old style that we did to give the teachers and the students more time on the house building project. Whatever they were doing for prep before at their lunch or, at the end of the day, I'm just hoping that that's something also. Last thing, I'm not a teacher here. I graduated in 1992. I had an awesome experience. The teachers that I had, I'm still super friendly with to this day. I think teachers are like your police and fire department, where, if you have good schools, good police, good fire, people want to come to your school. I think what these guys do here, I have two boys that also go here too, they're both juniors. Chase and Hunter Davis, if any of you guys have them. Chase and Hunter Davis. And they love the teachers here. Their time here at Bay Path has been unbelievable. And I think for what your teachers do, I thank you guys for it. And, yes, you definitely should be compensated. Please do not leave. I know the gentleman that just spoke up here 2 meetings ago, my kids liked him a lot. But, just remember, guys, care for the kids, go through your negotiations and hopefully everything works out and everything works out for you guys. But on the prep work, that's something that, I'd like for you guys to talk about and consider too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Does anyone else wish to speak on any subject of concern? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Danielle. I live in Webster.
What is your name, ma'am?
Danielle.
And your last name?
Callahan.
Callahan?
Callahan. C-A-L-N-A-N.
Callahan.
I have an incoming 9th grader starting this year who's very excited about being here. And I wasn't even going to come tonight. I didn't know there was all this going on, but I caught wind of it. But I also want to bring something else to your attention that just didn't sit right with me. I apologize if there's students in here because it's kind of explicit, but I am going to bring it up because it's in the summer reading. I don't know if you're aware of some of the content in the summer reading. I know that after reading it and talking to some other parents, it made me uncomfortable. So I guess you can assume how that would make my 14-year-old daughter feel about reading some of this. So I'm gonna give you a little excerpt from one of the books that I actually bought for her to read, and thank God I previewed it. Have you ever gotten a dick pic? She asked in lieu of saying hello. I've seen one. I said, scooting into the bench across from her. Well, you're not a nun. I mean, have you ever received an unsolicited, non-context dick pic, like a dick pic as a form of introduction? Yeah, that's a penis, I said, squinting and turning it slightly counterclockwise. Right? But can we talk about it for a minute? I mean, I don't even like saying that in front of you all. I know for a fact that my 14-year-old daughter would be very uncomfortable reading that. And after listening to some other parents, there's also talks of virginity and sex and drugs and blowjobs, things that, no offense, my child should not have to hear from anybody here. It should be from me. So I guess my question is, what are we trying to get our kids to think about with this? Am I gonna have my daughter come home and ask me, Mom, what's a dick pic? Do I really have to explain that to her? Is that something that's gonna be talked about? Is that what we're trying to talk about to grow our child's brains? Is this quality literature that we're expecting our kids to read? Because I never had to read any of that growing up. There's plenty of other literature out there. So just wanted to put that out there, that maybe that's something we should rethink.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak on the subject of concern? Okay, no one else? All right. I'd like to thank you all for coming here tonight and airing your feelings. I'm sure school administration and school committee will all work together to address your concerns and take these concerns to heart and to try to remedy the serious situations that you described. I'm sure there's a way to resolve it all. We thank you for coming very much. Thank you. Anything else? Yes. I'll make a mistake. That's good. Thank you. Number 4, new business. A, presentations. Number 1, Bay Path Summer Camp 2023.
Through the chair, we've just got a brief video on a summer explorer camp that we had for 6th and 7th grade students interested in finding out more about career vocational technical education. As soon as it's up. Excellent. So just to put some context around that, the interest in the camp from our 10 towns was overwhelming. We had over 77 students from our ascendant communities, 2 from Auburn, 13 from Charlton, 18 from Dudley, 6 from North Brookfield, 22 from Oxford, 1 from Paxton, 5 from Southbridge, 3 from Spencer, 7 from Webster. You can see by the actual quotes, they had an awesome time. I want a special thank you to all administrators and teachers who came together. James Tripp, our director, Nancy Alpine, our director of student services, Dan McGowan, dean of students, Christine Peel, health tech, Laura Rodriguez, cosmetology, Pam Staney, cosmetology, Giacomo Amata, culinary, Marcy Wood from culinary, James Prime from plumbing, Bonnie Mahan from business tech, Stella Richard from veterinary science, Janet Paradise, one of our paraeducators, Valerie Volodka from media sciences, who I might add, Valerie put that video together for us, and Deb Grenier, our retired school nurse. So the students came in, got an opportunity to explore, do hands-on activities in those shops to get them up to date on all the benefits that Bay Path can offer them for their future educational endeavors on that. So it was a fantastic event. They all left wanting it to occur every year or even go longer than the 1 week that we had slated for it. So that was a grant funded. We look to continue that if we can in the future on that.
It's very nice. Could anyone attend it, any age?
6th or 7th graders from our 10 communities could attend it. I might add that as soon as admissions was opened, it was full within 11 hours. So they were looking to add capacity. We just couldn't for that, but we'll take that into consideration for anything future that we offer. So that was round 2. We did a mini Explore during April as well. So hopefully the funding will continue for those.
Beautiful program, thank you. Presentations number 2, acceptance of FY22 financial reports, Scanlon and Associates LLC, and I believe we have Tim Norris here, who's going to speak to us.
I'm not on the audit, that's the audit report.
Oh, okay.
Right, sorry. Scanlon and Associates couldn't attend this evening.
Okay.
But we did have an audit subcommittee meeting to go over the audit that was submitted by Scanlon and Associates.
Okay.
Madam Chairman, the audit subcommittee did review the audit and recommends approval.
Do we need to accept them? Okay. Is there a motion to accept the financial reports?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Thank you. 4B, approval of outside project, new highway barn, town of North Brookfield.
Through the chair, the superintendent director, the vocational director recommend that the school committee vote to approve the outside project of the new highway barn for the town of North Brookfield as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
I couldn't understand when I read the information. Sometimes it sounds like it's a totally new barn. Maybe put down the old barn, or is it a renovation of the present barn?
I'll turn it over to
It is not a new barn. It is minor renovations of electrical, plumbing, some carpentry work, some cabinetry work within the existing just purchased.
Okay, very good.
So it's new to them.
It's new to them, new highway barn. All right, a motion to accept the approval of the Southside project for a new highway barn for the town of North Brookfield.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. 4C, surplus equipment.
Through the chair, the superintendent director, the vocational director, and the school business manager recommend the school committee vote to place one Classroom Jeopardy computer game comparator and several outdated books on the surplus equipment list to be disposed of according to the school committee's surplus equipment policy using the most appropriate method available.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor of approving the surplus equipment list?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. C, information and proposals. 1, report from the superintendent director. A written report was submitted. Comments may be made in section E, remarks from the superintendent director.
Through the chair, I submitted a written report if there's any questions on that, I'm prepared to answer those. I do have an update on a couple of the positions that are to be determined, and their curriculum coordinator has been hired. Curriculum coordinator Samantha McWayne has been hired for that position. An offer has been made to the school nurse. An offer has been made to automotive collision and repair instructor. And hot off the press this afternoon, candidates have been identified for physics instructor and math instructor. So offers will be going out to them tomorrow.
All right, thank you. C2, subcommittee reports. A, audit subcommittee. Last year, James Caldwell was chair.
Already gave you my recommendation.
Okay, thank you very much. 2B, budget subcommittee. Tim Shore, chair.
Nothing to report.
That's not exciting.
Wow.
Okay, 2C, building and grounds subcommittee. Robert will be chair. He's not here this evening. D, negotiation subcommittee, Dave Grenier, chair.
We've had several meetings through Zoom over the summer, and tonight Mr. Norris is going to be under executive session giving a briefing to the school committee. And I want to thank the Mr. Norris, Superintendent Brenner, and also the union teachers for conducting the negotiations over the summer so that we can push through this and hopefully soon come to a resolution.
All right. 2E, policy subcommittee, Peter Shore, chair.
As mentioned earlier, we had met prior to this meeting, the policy subcommittee, and we have various items that we're going to polish up on the policy itself for the housing. One that stands out is to let all 10 towns be aware of it through better advertising, and other items that will be brought forward, looked at once again at the subcommittee meeting, and then presented within a couple months for final approval for the new policy. So we're moving forward on the housing building issue, and hopefully we'll finish that up in a couple months.
Very good. See some progress being made there. Thank you. 2F, warrant subcommittee. Warrants are available for signature by all school committee members at monthly meetings and during the day at the school. Please call before you come in to be sure someone is available. And again, the warrants are going around, and I haven't signed at all. All right, thank you. D, future business. 1, meeting date. A regular school committee meeting will be held at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, September 5, 2023, in the Clarence Barshon Conference Room at Bay Path Regional Vocational Technical High School, 57 Old Muggett Hill Road, Charlton, Mass. D2, topics for future agenda. If you have any items to be placed on the agenda or discussed at the next meeting, please notify the superintendent's office or the school committee chair. E, remarks from the superintendent director.
Through the chair, I want to welcome everybody back from summer break. I hope you all found some time to relax and enjoy your loved ones. I ask that we keep one of our own, Bob Wilby, in our thoughts and prayers as he battles through some struggles that he's having, personal struggles. I do want to welcome our new principal, Mr. Dean Packard here. Dean, do you want to say a few words?
Sure. Everybody, first and foremost, it's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. I'm hearing a lot of a lot of people speak throughout the room, and collectively, I think it's important to be able to listen, to be able to absorb and kind of move forward in the way that we have to for the best interest of kids and the best interest of Kellis River School. I've been honored to be in the Dudley Charlton Regional School District for 30 years. I'm coming here. This is a place that's close to my home. I graduated from BayPath in 1986. What you don't know about me, I remember those days very well. I had a chance to mature and go through a lengthy process of learning, not only in the classroom, but more importantly as an administrator from some amazing people, and I'm home. And this is where I want to be, and I look forward to listening. I look forward to meeting all the teachers and all the staff here at BayPath. I'm just kind of getting a feel for where you're at, and kind of looking forward to working hand in hand with you guys to make this school what it really is. And it's a great school that has a great reputation. You guys should all be proud of what it's all about. So thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm excited. I can't wait to roll up my sleeves and go, and from there, that's what I have. So thank you so much for welcoming me. I can't wait to get started.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, F, comments, questions from the committee? We'll start around this way. Robert?
Welcome, Dean. Good to have you here, and good to be back from the summer. Looking forward to a good year this year. Hopefully we get a lot done.
Robert?
Two Roberts.
Two Roberts in a row.
Well, welcome. Welcome to the teachers. Good luck in the new school year, and thank you for your input this evening.
I want to second what Bob just said. Thanks for your input. Thanks for showing up. You've been heard. Hopefully we can do something to address some of those issues that were brought up tonight. Thank you.
Okay, Peter?
Welcome, Dean. Thank you for attending tonight and showing your interest. And we as a committee will do the best to help out as far as you're concerned. I would also like to express recovery for Bob Wilby, who has been ill, and hope our thoughts and prayers are with him.
Thank you. Okay, Jim?
I don't have any comments tonight.
Okay, George?
Thank you all for coming tonight. I'm sorry for what you're all going through, what your students are going through. I truly do care about what happens in the district. That being said, I'm very excited that Mr. Packard is on board. I've got most confidence in him. I really hope that the tides will turn a little bit. But again, I'm here to support you. Hopefully as a committee we can do the same.
Welcome to the new principal. Thank you for coming. I personally wish more of you, I understand why you want to have a united message, but when you take the time to come here, there was time for a few more of you to speak. I hope, that you may have reasons, being in the union, you want to have one voice, but our email addresses, I believe, are public record. You can communicate with us. Some of you really have a deep concern on your face. There's a comment that, if you feel the school committee is out of touch with your concerns, it's not due to a lack of concern. I thought everything was going well. I talk to the students in my town that go to BayPath. I'm looking for good and bad. So, nobody here is taking sides. I've been on the committee a little over 2 years. I've gotten to know almost everybody here. We all want to serve the children in the community as well. So don't be shy. No one's going to get reprimanded for saying something that, this is the USA. We're not in a place where people get punished for just expressing their opinions. I'm concerned about the book. I'm wondering, though, that was mentioned, that seems a little too raw for a young high school student. I went to a Catholic school, and we did have talk like that in our junior and senior year, but the priest was there, and it was the boys spoke about that stuff in one class, and the girls in another. I don't know how we do it here, but do we have the authority as a school committee to remove something from a recommended reading list? I know sometimes the state doesn't allow such things. Like, we're supposed to stay out of curriculum, right? But is that curricula? That's probably,
There's a curriculum review process, so we'll go through that.
maybe by next month, we can decide whether we want books like that. You know, if it offends a parent, their children's uncomfortable. You know, this isn't like a don't say gay thing in Florida. This is just a couple steps too far, especially a 14-year-old. So I'd like us to be able to discuss it and remove it if we can. But everybody, welcome aboard. And you guys, I mean, you're appreciated. I've never heard anybody up here complain about the teachers making too much money, or it really is a us versus them thing. It is like that in school districts, but I don't get the feeling from this end that anybody has that attitude. So I believe we can work together. I really do. So cheer up. COVID has a lot to do with it. And we get conditioned by media to take sides and, you know, so please keep in touch with us. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Tim? Thank you, John.
Thank you, teachers, parents, and especially students for showing up at tonight's meeting, and we've heard what you've said, and we will certainly discuss those concerns. Dean Packard, welcome to home. And as my brother mentioned also, we have one school committee member, Bob Wilby, who's having some challenges right now. I talked to him last week. He enjoys any outreach from any members. So if you have 5 minutes, give him a call. If he's not home, he will give you a call back.
Anne Marie?
I don't really have anything to add to what everybody ahead of me said.
It's all good. Okay, Don?
Just thank you for your input, you know, from teachers and parents. We don't often get this. It's nice to, you know, get it directly. And welcome aboard, Dean, as well.
Welcome aboard, Dean. Thank you for coming. You have been heard. It's really hard to start a school year feeling like that, so, you know, let's work together and try to make it the best we can for you guys.
Thanks, Mary. Al?
Welcome aboard, Dean. I hear you're a good golfer. That's all that counts.
Okay, Ben?
Firstly, I just want to apologize. My back was not to you. I did hear everything that every one of you said, especially the parents. I mean, again, it's heard. So first and foremost, my apologies for my back here the whole time, but they sandwiched me between these two guys. And it's a lot easier to turn around now. Thanks for moving out.
What was that word? I never heard that word either.
We'll explain it later. We'll explain it later. I'll whisper it to you. Not sending one.
He went to a Catholic school too.
It was in a coloring book back then. Stone tablet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All set, Ben?
I'm all set.
Okay,
Thanks,
David.
Al.
David?
I'd like to welcome Dean. Dean and I worked at Shepherd Hill together for many years too, so it's good to be back with you. Back in June, I know our last meeting was in June. I just wanted to report on the Skills USA down in Atlanta. Another, you know, great year, and it really restores your faith in students, and teachers take a lot of pride in their students down there. Pam Staney and Jim Primes and Jimmy Tripp did an awesome job putting this together, and it was good to be able to spend time with them and also spend time with the teachers. I know Sharon, there you go. You know, it was your first trip, and it was a great experience. You know, for you. It was good to see a lot of staff members able to go. And I think that would be a nice trend in the future if possible. So I just want to do a shout out and a thank you to Pam, Jim, and Jim Tripp for their outstanding work, and Sharon and the other teachers who took time out of their schedule to be down with the students and be with them. It was a great experience. And also, Bob will be talking to him and keep him, we'll tell you later whatever it is. I'll tell you. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot, David. Michael?
Yeah, thank you for coming out and voicing your concern. My son graduated in 2014. I have grandchildren, I hope they go to school here in the future. They're 15 months old. But I appreciate personally you guys come out and voicing your concerns, okay? We do take it seriously, like John mentioned. So again, parents, teachers, students, we just, what we heard tonight, we need to hear more, right? We very seldom see people from the public coming to these meetings. We have it here tonight. It's good. It's good feedback, okay? Dean, welcome aboard. Mr. Wilby, I hope he gets better. We'll be reaching out to him soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Well, thank you all for coming tonight. The only way to solve problems is to air your concerns and get a dialogue going among all that are involved. And I wish you the best of luck, and I hope your morale improves and that you see the light coming at the end of the tunnel, and it will be a good one. Thank you for coming tonight. Welcome to our new principal. And again, thoughts and prayers out for Bob Wilby, a good guy. He's having a tough time. Thank you, everyone. The next item, G, is the executive session on contract negotiations, so this means that everyone must leave the room. Okay, I'd like to have a motion to move into executive session.
So moved. No, it has to be written, set out as, I would move that we go into executive session for the purpose of contract negotiations.
Second. Yes, okay.
There we go.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're gonna have a roll call vote here. Joe Becker is absent. Al Beelan is absent. James Caldwell?
Yes.
Jesselyn Gaucher is absent. Okay, Don Gillette?
Yes.
Who's Andrew Gomez? Andrew Gomez?
He's not here.
He's, okay, he's not here. All right, Dave Grenier?
Yes.
Mary Johnson?
Yes.
Ben LaMountain?
Yes.
Ellen Lenti, yes. Don Montville?
Yes.
Anne Marie Pantos?
Don't mock me, I'll be back.
Okay, John Pulaski?
Oh.
Al Reese?
Al?
Al? Dave? Al?
I'll say yes.
Going into executive session, say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Peter Shore?
Bob, you want-
Yes.
Tim Shore?
Yes.
Judge Scobie?
Yes.
Mike DeBerry?
Yes.
Robert Tremblay?
Yes.
Robert Wilby is absent. Robert Zukowski?
Yes.
Okay, we have 4 people who are absent and 16 people who have said yes for executive session and 4 are absent. So we'll go into executive session now.